my god.
What's that?
There's an axe.
There's a fucking axe in the middle of the floor.
I just like walked in, that's the first thing I see.
Yeah,
also, I need a picture of these guys too. These little fellas.
The crutches?
Yeah. Just for like keepsake purposes.
As you could see, Nick was still taking some digital photos, including one of this eerie old axe leaning solitary against the wall. However, it wasn't until reviewing our photos that we noticed this interesting piece of evidence. Out of all the photos we took in the basement, only in this one did something appear. If you look down the hallway near the crutches, it seems as though an orb appears. And as you can see, the size of this orb is the most compelling aspect of the picture. The theory in the paranormal field goes that ghosts travel in these orbs because it takes less energy. Later, we will show you a couple of more digital photos just like this. After regrouping, we decided to venture upstairs again. Yeti and App thought if we were going to catch something, this is where it would be. They were right. We decided to split up into 3 separate but close areas. I sat in Matt's office, Yeti sat in the hallway, and Nick would go back into the office area by the other IR camera. After getting set up and asking questions for about 15 minutes, we didn't catch anything. We knew based on what Matt has told us and what he's been told by other eyewitnesses that this area is filled with activity. So to this point, the lack of any seemingly significant personal experiences or evidence was frustrating, although we knew we had to be patient. Are you the one that turns the lights on and off in the bathroom? You guys hear anything?
You hear that annoying clock?
Yeti makes this observation of the clock in the front office making a typical ticking noise. Just a bit later, his ADD was wearing thin in the middle of our EVP session, so he decided to get up. Not even a minute later, we would capture a piece of amazing footage. He could no longer stand the ticking sound, so he walks into the front office area. After his announcement of his intentions with said clock, we capture our first ever EVP, which was Class A.
How did you die? It's me walking. Me, for purposes of the night, taking this battery out of this clock because it's annoying as fuck. It's annoying as fuck. It's annoying as fuck.
At this point, we had no idea someone was upstairs with us. After reviewing the audio, we were ecstatic to get this evidence. Little did we know, our post-investigation review would show us something so gripping that it was hard to rationalize.
How did you die? It's me walking. Me, for purposes of the night, taking this battery out of this clock because it's annoying as fuck.
Watching all 10 hours of footage from
Here,
this
a little bit
IR
better.
camera, there's absolutely nothing that looks even remotely similar to this orb. Plus, it seems there's no coincidence that this orb appears and leaves right as we capture the EVP. Here's how you would see dust on an IR camera. It often runs on a one-track path and has a somewhat dull look to it. The orb we captured has a glow and a pulsating quality. Plus, as it takes off, it is sort of wavy in an up and down motion.
On that filing cabinet behind Lance, basically in the view that he's looking at on the camera now, we set up another night vision camera. And the other time, I don't even know when it was around 10,
11 o'clock, 10:30, yeah.
And Lance was in that room with that camera. And
Yeah, he was out
voice
here.
recorder, and Ryan was sitting in that chair, and I again was loving life in the quiet in the back corner by myself. And I had a video camera and a voice recorder as well. And what happened was Ryan got up and walked in and pulled the batteries out of the clock.
We got something.
It was pretty loud at that point. So have you ever had anything like that where like the clock runs out of batteries or stops working on a regular basis? Have you found that? The clock that sits in there and goes...
The one over here?
Yeah.
No way.
Have you had that?
Yeah.
With Matt not knowing what we captured yet, we were curious to ask him about the clock, and his confirmation of battery issues only validated the evidence we had. Here was his reaction.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. Yeah, I'll have to get rid of that clock.
So one more time, here's the whole clip in its entirety.
How did you die? It's me walking. Walking. Me. For purposes of the night, taking this battery out of this clock.